Welcome to episode 12 of the Have a Shift Day podcast.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Let's go, Buckeyes.
Okay, someone turn his audio off.
Yeah, I might need to lower this down a little bit.
That's how it's starting.
Yeah, we were not expecting that. Jake's all like, "Oh, I'm terrible at the intro."
He's been cooking that up since
He
the
made it
morning.
a terrible
I literally
intro.
just thought about that.
Ah,
I was gonna say make a shift day, but I'm like, I'll just do the.
Make a shift day.
it's
Okay.
still going on. Angela's still saying make a shift day.
We need to make a shift day.
We
shirt.
even said have a shift day in class this week.
I think it's on purpose now.
It is gotta be.
Probably.
It has to be.
Gotta be
It's okay.
targeted.
We love that class. We
Targeted.
had a great time this week.
Oh, we had a
Um,
great time this week.
great
No,
time
Yeah,
every
we
week.
did mock interviews, and Nick pretended that all of us were dead from have a shift day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Except him.
I had to get
We're
someone to get
back.
my co-host.
You could have just come up with another fake podcast.
No.
But we're
couldn't
back,
think of one.
and we are not dead. So if any of you guys
Yeah.
are worried who somehow found out through the podcast class, don't be worried anymore because we're here. And
Yay!
For now.
No.
What is that
I'm
supposed to
kidding.
mean?
That's a joke. That's a joke. Don't call the police.
he's 20.
Nick, you think I'm scared of you?
What?
No.
Ovechkin.
But he just came back from the
No.
gym, and I've seen you shirtless.
Scored last
I'm scared of you. Okay,
Ryan's
guys.
pointing at my computer. I have NHL.com.
That could be that's NHL, isn't it? Did you write that down for NHL?
No.
That could be our one announcement right
What?
before. It's not about the podcast, but Alex Ovechkin is officially 20 goals away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's scoring record. So,
Yay.
any thoughts on that? I don't mind it. I think
No.
records are
No.
meant to be broken.
He's on a far superior team than the Penguins.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and I've also mentally, I've accepted the fact that it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I just still don't.
I'm
want it to
happy it's gonna
happen.
happen. Like, this is cool. This is good for the NHL. This is good for the game. It's
But I don't like the Capitals.
I don't like Ovechkin.
I don't like
but
Ovechkin more than I. Wait. I don't like
The-
Ovechkin more. Wait. Oh my gosh.
You
I
don't
don't.
like Ovechkin, period. Okay.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay.
The Capitals.
I don't.
Capitals. Oh well, but I just don't like Ovechkin.
I feel like back then I despised Ovechkin, but now I just kind of respect his game and how he's the longevity of his career and how long he's been able to do this.
I mean, yeah. but
I don't really hate him as
But, like,
much
he doesn't do
anymore.
anything besides just shoot on the net. in
Yeah,
his little
he doesn't
circle.
really do anything.
You
He
can't
doesn't
stop
do
it,
anything
though.
else.
You can't stop it though.
That's true. Like, he has a great shot, but what else does
It's
he
been
provide? Nothing.
it's been 20 years. How have we not figured it out?
That's a
Um,
great. Yeah, it's a great point.
Yeah,
He's gonna be in that circle.
Like, how do you not just have a defenseman just locked on him? Like,
You might as well
all
just play
times?
4-on-4, like,
Literally.
and just have a guy sit on him.
Literally.
Like, that's what I would do.
How has no one figured this out in 20 years?
That's what. No, when we had the penalty kill against Washington a few nights ago, Cody Glass just sat on him.
And
Literally
There
just
we go.
sat right in
Cody
front of
Glass,
him.
good job. You
The
figured
Canadian
it out.
Nightmare, Cody Glass.
the Canadian Night. I love that.
The
nickname
Canadian
for him.
Nightmare scored in Buffalo. You know who else scored in Buffalo?
Ned.
Alex Nedeljkovic.
What
Anthony
a
The
Beauvillier.
segue.
goalie.
That was great.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if we want to get right into that or we want to. Oh, that is
Yeah.
right there.
I mean, we should.
Yeah, it's
because
in
that
all
was,
caps.
Like, elite.
Yeah.
That was elite.
What if I told you the Penguins got outshot 42-19 and won a hockey game 5-2,
And one of the goals was from the goalie.
and one of the assists was from the goalie too?
First
Yeah.
time in NHL history.
Yep, Ned had a goal and an assist. Historic night. First time any
Playing the
goalie.
parade.
No.
We're saying no.
Because we lost to the Ducks last night, 5-1.
And we beat the Kings 5-1. Your point.
We lost to the Capitals 4-1.
Plan the draft party.
And we beat. Maybe.
Yeah, let's do it.
Anyways, the goalie goal was probably the highlight of the trip so far. Ned also
Got
made
the
4
5-1
saves.
win over the Kings.
Okay, that's second.
Nick's getting sassy.
Goodness. I'm not saying the 5-1
Oh,
win to
yeah.
the
Oh,
Kings was a
yeah.
bad
Go
thing.
off,
It was a
Nick.
good thing. But
No, yeah, it was a good game. We played well. Played full 200 feet. I enjoyed it.
wait,
You
Cody
seem
Glass-
very
I
excited
haven't heard.
about
The,
this,
I haven't heard.
Ryan.
I haven't heard about the
Wait, no, no, no.
200-foot club lately.
200
Oh,
foot
wait.
club.
I was wrong. Cody Glass.
happened?
I don't think Cody Glass scored against Buffalo's the Kings. I think.
He scored against Buffalo.
I know who
Did
did
he?
score against the Kings though. Anthony
Beauvillier.
Beauvillier. Got right in front of the net. Patrick Hornquist. Just, looked right like him getting his butt whooped in front of the net. And just really took it for the team and made sure he can just finish that puck off. And yeah.
Boy.
that's what you want to see.
What's
You
that,
want to see
his-
dirty
his
hockey.
Second
Yes.
goal this year?
No. All right, pal.
For who?
He scored.
Beauvillier.
Beauvillier's got
goals.
9 or
10.
8. 10?
10.
Oh, double digits.
There we
That's
go.
right. Which is literally, what is that, top 6 on the team, which is sad, top
See.
7.
If Anthony Pavilion is top 6 in scoring, I'm gonna laugh.
Jake's pulling it up on his iPad computer.
What if I told you he's top 5? He's actually got 11 goals.
Anthony Pavillier.
11 goals, top 5 on the team.
That's right.
Did
He's
he-
better than we think he is.
No, he didn't score last
He has
night.
more
That was
goals than
bunting.
Evgeny Malkin this year.
It's not surprising.
Yeah.
Yikes.
What do you think's third on the team?
Mm.
Goals.
Brian Rust.
Wait, third?
Third.
Raquel's first. Sid's not.
No, Sid's third.
Yeah.
Bunting's third.
Is Sid not? Sid's
No
not
one in
second.
the top 3, like Letang, Crosby, Malkin, are not in the top 3 in scoring
Wow.
or goals on the team.
That's
Oh.
crazy.
Does Sid have 8?
Goals. He's got 13 goals.
13.
Yeah.
That's it?
Oh.
Oh, this is
What
a
would you?
nightmare.
Yeah.
So, Nick,
My
you
bad.
still think we shouldn't be sellers?
No.
Okay, we'll
We
get
need
into
to-
that
we need
later.
to- We need to
Yeah,
build
we-
around this team.
We'll
need
get
to
into
what?
that
We
later.
need to provide support to this team.
Yeah, we have. What do we think Kyle Dubas should do coming after?
Oh,
The
it's gonna be
preview.
another long segment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Get
before
your
we get
popcorn,
into that,
folks.
what did we see from the game against the Kings and against the Ducks from what we did watch? Because
do we want to talk about Nedeljkovic a little more? Or no, not really.
I think
100
we should because I was the brightest
Yeah.
spot, as Megan said.
194 feet.
Did you see
Bang.
the photo of Sid smiling before?
That was
Yeah.
such a good photo.
That was awesome.
That was really cool.
I like when he celebrates on the bench that the goals just go crazy.
Yeah.
I love how Pickering was just going absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
He's just bouncing on the bench
Yeah.
like yes.
I think he scored in the ECHL, AHL, and
Correct.
He
NHL.
has.
He scored
Yeah.
twice in
Yeah.
the AHL too.
It's
So he
pretty
has
awesome.
4 professional goals under
Yeah.
his belt.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's the first goalie ever to score in
I
all
think
3
he is.
leagues
And he's the first
Yeah.
goalie to ever have an assist and a goal in one game.
In
Yes.
the same game.
in the same NHL game. Which
So it
is
was great to
elite.
witness history last week.
That's the
which-
only thing we got.
That's the only thing we got for you guys. Are you expecting more than
Well, the Capitals outplayed us on Saturday.
we didn't even add that game to this.
Oh, I just wanted to skip it because I don't like. the
I mean, I don't
Capitals.
blame you. Yeah, we lost 4-1 to the Capitals. Moving
But-
on. We beat the Kings.
We did beat the Kings.
5-1.
We played pretty well against the Kings.
Did very well.
I only really watched the first 2 periods because I was tired and wanted to go to bed.
Womp womp.
That
not a
was the
true
best
fan.
game that we played by far this year, I think.
That's great.
That was a complete
That
game.
was
And-
one
and
of
we,
the best games.
we were
yeah.
missing Raquel,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
still won 5-1.
It was right after the the announcements coming out of Kyle Dubas with the fire sale, and I think that woke up the team a little bit. And I
Yeah.
think they of course they noticed that, and they're like, hey, but that makes you think about that makes you think then to the Ducks, like, do they really think about it? Did they want to come in and make a statement? But then they kind of just fell off there. They played well. They had a good first period. Honestly, the second
Yeah.
period wasn't bad either. But you just didn't play a full game like
The
you did
third
against the Kings.
period was
Like, people who stood out, like, unbelievable. Like, I know he's been getting a few goals this year, and he's actually been playing pretty well, but I have never seen the speed out of Kevin HASE that I saw against the Kings.
Yeah, Kevin Hayes has definitely
Kevin
been
Hayes went
a lot
off.
better lately.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting not a lot of goals, but he's scoring more than he has in the
That's
first
my
couple
guess.
months.
And
of
he's
the
and he's
season.
making plays too, and he loses the puck, he's getting back. He's not, you see half of this team, they lose the puck, they don't want to go back and retrieve
Mhm.
it. They don't want to continue the play. They lose the puck, the play is over for him. And you see Kevin, which is he's an older guy, but so you wouldn't really expect all 100% out of him. Even though you want it out of everybody, you wouldn't really expect it out of him. And definitely the past few days, he's given that 100%.
Mhm.
Yeah. Cafe's a Penguin killer, though. He's got 10 goals and 5 assists in 14 games against the Penguins.
Well, he didn't kill us on Monday.
He did score a goal.
Yes, I know, but that
But
was
we
to
got
be
the win.
expected.
We got the win.
He
As
scored
long
the
as
only
he was the
goal.
only goal and we won.
It's
that's
also
fine.
the first time the Pens have swept the Kings since 14-15, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. 17-18. That's when it was.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that wasn't.
Little superstition break. When the Pens played the Kings, they had a nice little ceremony for the LAPD, Los Angeles Fire Department, or not police department, but they had police department and
Fire.
fire department,
Mm-hmm.
and they they had a nice little ceremony in the beginning, just talking about how the efforts that they put in for the fires down in Los Angeles. But they also, all the players on the teams wore fire department hats during warm-ups, which means no helmets. So going after that win, that 5-1, that big win against the Kings, Sid, Gino, and Letang decided to not wear helmets for last night's warm-up. Of course, we lose. It's not going to happen anymore. So it was kind of funny to
Helmets will be
see.
back
Was that
on
was that like
Saturday.
superstitious?
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
You know Crosby's superstitious.
He's never not like. I mean, he's maybe had 4 or 5 games where he hasn't worn a helmet for warm-ups.
No, he's never. I don't think.
He did it He did it twice in his rookie year.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then he had like a few like that. What he did.
I
But,
feel like I remember it happening a couple years ago, but I could also just be making that up in my head right now.
I think that it was like it was just random, it was just like one out of nowhere. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, he's not wearing a helmet.
Yeah,
What are you
I don't know.
doing?
Drinking water.
Keep hitting me. He abuses me when he drinks water. Apparently.
I think we.
When,
it's
whenever I'm
pretty-
watching TV in my room, you abuse me.
Huh?
Whenever I'm watching TV in my room, you abuse me.
That's true.
Okay. Anyways, as Ryan said, we need to preview the next game, which is against the Kraken on Saturday at 4
4 p.m.
o'clock. So a rematch with the Kraken after like 11 days, because last time we played them, we were there. And it was embarrassing, and it was Tristan Jarry's last game.
It's an early game. We already not looking good. It's an early game. We know how the Penguins play when we're not playing at 7 o'clock or later, and we really got to come out buzzing. Like, I don't care how Seattle's been doing. I don't care that we let off in the last game. Forget everything that happened against Seattle. You need to have a refresh, and you need to win this game. It's brutal. We cannot be losing games like that, because those are 2 points that we should be picking up. And I think these are reasons that when it comes at the end of the year, why we're really struggling to make a playoff spot, it's because in these games that we should be winning, we're just not capitalizing on.
It's the same thing last year. Like, we should have beat the Blackhawks opening night. There's that embarrassment against the Coyotes last year, too. So
The own goal, was that?
the own goal, yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there are these games that we need to be winning.
Kraken are not a good team either. They're
No.
4-6-0 in their last 10 games, and like when we lost to them, we played the better game by far. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were mostly outplaying them, but then, as it seems the theme all year, we just decide to take a seat back third period and be like, oh, we have a lead, we're fine. Oh, never
Nighty-night.
mind.
The difference in that game was Tristan Jarry. Clearly.
Yeah, but now we don't have that.
Yeah.
So do you think we should start Ned again, even though he had a bit of a rough night last night, or should we give Blomqvist a go?
Put in Bloomy.
Put in Blomqvist.
Or do you play Ned again and save Blomqvist for San Jose?
The Delgovich is not good this year. It's pretty simple. I mean, we've had a pretty big sample size.
He's inconsistent. He
He's-
plays good.
Yes.
Like, he played well in Buffalo. He played well against the Kings. Oh, there goes my mic. And then a lot of other games, he's just like, what happened?
I don't know.
Like the Ottawa game, or no, was that right?
No,
No,
that was
Ned.
that was Ned because he tried to fight someone.
Oh yeah, the Ottawa game earlier this month, the Ducks game last night. Like, we have a problem where we have inconsistent goalies, and I don't know why it's an issue.
I don't know. I mean, I understand. We're looking at an overall standpoint, but last night watching him, I mean, okay, what was it? The 5th goal was an empty netter, right?
Yeah.
First goal, he got completely blown out of the net. No, of course, there's no call interference because when he did get hit, he was outside of the crease. But of course, he lets in 3 goals. Those are 3 goals he lets in. The first and the 5th do not count. Yeah, he should have stopped the 3rd and 4th. Second was just a rifle of a shot, complete rifle of
Yeah,
a
the
shot.
second one you can't blame him.
And you can't blame him for that. So really, you're giving up 2 goals that, it kind of hit or miss on if you should save. I didn't mind him playing last night. I thought he played a better night than I guess we're putting him here. And I think that he had a lot of goals that you really just can't handle. You put any goal in there. And obviously, you have guys like, I don't think Blomqvist is saving those. We're talking Jarry. I don't think Jarry would be saving that at all. But I think, you can't really blame him too much for those goals going in. But of course, you have to think about it like that. Let's say those 2 goals get scratched off. He lets in 3. Penguins still putting up 1 on the offensive side. It's not really all. I guess you get unlucky, you're going to end up losing that game no matter what. The Penguins are not putting up 5 goals.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Ducks are coming in on a 4-game skid. They're an absolutely terrible team, and we got rumors about having a fire. So like, there's no excuse to come out and lose by 4 goals to the Ducks. It's pretty much. I mean, this is the biggest road trip of the season, and you're losing to the Ducks. That like tells me everything I need to know about this team. They're just not legit.
No, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I have nothing else to really say
Yeah,
because literally, like,
Yep, you guys hit
if you
all the
lo-
marks there.
if you lose 5-1 to the Ducks,
That just.
cancel this.
And we're talking about consistency, and we beat the
Like-
Kings 5-1.
Yeah,
and
like-
this is the next game.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Makes no sense.
Like, this team makes no sense because you could go out, play a
I mean,
team
there's
that's
some consistency. There's a bit of a pattern. We win 5-1, we lose 4-1. That's
But-
back-to-back
but
games where the losing team lost by 3
the
goals. And we
pattern
win
is
5-1,
the
then lose 5-1.
inconsistency.
We're halfway through the season. We still can't figure it out.
Did I say the first 2 games were 5-1, 5-1? I meant 5-2 and 4-1. I don't know what I said.
It's
We'll see later when I edit.
this.
The only good thing this team's got going is the power play.
Yeah, the power
And
play.
if that was going last year, we would have been a Sherlock playoff team.
Yes, for sure.
I mean,
This team.
Got to wake up. I think what do we have? 35 games left? 36 games left?
That's crazy.
Something like that.
No,
We're
no,
already-
no. We already played 50 games this year.
49.
49.
Reload it. 50. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we already
wow.
played. So we only have 32 games left.
that's
32. All right,
crazy.
I'm off by a few.
It's gone by
Good.
fast.
It's got to start now.
It's really
And
Dude,
flown
it's-
by.
Yes.
It's got to start with the
Not for
Kraken.
real, this is-
And, yeah, they just got to win with that. Just go 1 game at a time.
I think you get a win against the Kraken and hopefully a win against San Jose. Because if you lose to San Jose,
if we lose
I'd
to San Jose,
sell everything.
I mean,
Sell them
Clay
all.
Crosby.
this team can't start looking ahead. They just got to focus on their opponent. They
Well,
can't
then-
be
Yeah.
they
I'm-
can't be scratching wins.
I'm just
in-
saying,
in the
I'm
count.
talking about me here.
Yeah.
You need to focus on the Kraken, focus beating them, and then go ahead and focus on the Sharks. And when you beat both of them, hopefully that can give them a confidence booster to beat Utah, especially looking at their last game against Utah. It was a 6-1 loss, and that was kind of a turnaround going into December. We played a lot better the majority of December. I don't know what happened after that. So we need to look at Utah when we eventually get to that game and be like, okay, this was our turning point then. Let's make it our turning point now and come out with a winning record on this road trip. And before we get into the argument about the fire sale, Ryan has a fun little story about Ned.
It's
That's
just
what
quick.
the game
Oh, you
notes
have a
say.
fun little story.
Yeah, it's just really quick. Which we were talking about earlier. We're literally just
I
a few
think
seconds
I
ago.
think I know this.
You think so?
I think.
Okay.
have
Well, we
no
were just
clue.
talking about it just a few seconds ago, which is, you got to focus on 1 game at a time. You got to focus.
Oh, I know
Not-
what you're going to talk about.
Not later on. You got to focus 1 game. If you missed it last night, they had a nice little segment in between whistles where they showed a little picture of Ned's glove side, and he writes "next puck" on his glove, which is like, it's pretty neat. Goalies have their superstitions like that. They make little markings on whatever they want to make it on. Their helmets or the way they want it to be because, resembles them or their family. So, the next puck because a goalie coach that's been with Ned for a very long time has always had the mentality and told Ned, hey, doesn't matter if you let up a goal. Doesn't matter if you're playing bad. Doesn't matter if you got a shutout going right now. You just always got to focus on the next puck. Don't look at the big picture. Doesn't matter if it's first period. Doesn't matter if it's the third. Don't be looking too far ahead of the picture because then you're going to get too caught up and you're going to let in more. You always just got to focus on the next puck, the next opportunity. Don't think about the future. Think about now. And I think not just for a goalie, but I think that's a great headspace for anything. You know what I mean? Just focus on the now. There's times where you need to focus on the future, but I think that you got to adapt with what's coming now, and that's, I think, when you perform the best. So, nice little lighthearted story. I
Yeah,
guess.
next
I
player
like that.
mentality.
Yeah.
I
Great
like that.
mentality. I like that. Good
W.
nugget there. That's
I
a
like
great
it.
nugget.
I like it.
Little nug.
Likey,
That-
likey,
that-
likey, likey.
Likey.
Humble.
I'm bad. Tell Ryan for that tidbit.
Good job, Ryan. Okay. I thought I couldn't hear myself for a second when I
Megan,
talked.
can we get a hum babe for that?
No.
Humble.
Aw.
Humbabe.
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 Yeah.
I hope I can just mute that.
Everyone, comment humbabe in the chat.
No.
If we get 500 humbabes in the comments,
Dude, it'd be lucky if
we'll
we got
release
one.
exclusive content.
If we're humbabe t-shirts coming to
Humbabe
Oh,
t-shirt
Oh, that'd
coming
be
soon.
sick. Have a shift day,
Yeah,
humbabe on the back.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Humbabe.
Humbabe.
What's a
coming
black
up,
and gold
don't worry.
shirt that just says humbabe on
Just-
the front?
All the listeners
No,
out there, just start saying humbabe.
mic was
Humbabe.
You're gonna be a lot more
Stop
happy.
falling.
Humbabe.
Humbabe microphone.
Humbabe microphone.
Okay.
That's not
So,
a good
anyways, there's rumors of a fire sale from the
Wah-wah.
Penguins.
Wah, wah.
Why don't you guys debate that while I fight with my microphone?
Okay, so
Fine.
fire sale. Right off the bat, I do not agree with getting rid of an absolute insane amount of people.
Preach.
I think.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so here's what I think. I think that there's got to be a few moves that we gotta look forward to. So, I don't care what anyone's gonna say. Pedersen is not an option. You have one guy who's working for you on the defense. You have one guy who's gonna be looking solid throughout the year. You cannot. I'm sorry, but you do not look at Pedersen and you do not go, oh, he's doing something wrong here. You're not looking at him and going, oh, you're not mad at him. You're not upset with the guy.
I know you're not upset with the guy, but like he's on his last year of his contract.
There's a lot of other
Isn't
guys
he
we're
really
upset
gonna
with right now.
re-sign with us though?
Yeah,
after
I don't
he
think he's
sees how
gonna
this team's
re-sign.
playing?
We got to get something for him.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he's something
dude.
that's working. It's like we're going for something that's working to something that's the unknown, and that's really confusing.
But
We got to get.
Sorry, I think we just got to be careful when we say fire sale. I think fire sale means you're trading guys with term. Like, if you're not doing a whole fire sale for getting rid of Pedersen, he's just on an expiring contract. It just makes the most sense. I think fire sale means, like, you're getting rid of Carlson, Raquel,
Yeah.
Russ.
Oof.
I think
Yeah.
that's what.
We can't lose another milkshake.
I think that's what it means by
I agree with
fire
Jake.
sale. But
Okay.
because at this point of the season, it doesn't look like we're making playoffs, and we need to start getting future assets. And the way we can do that is by trading our rental players. And there's a lot of teams right now that would want a defenseman like Pedersen.
Like Vancouver or Edmonton.
Yeah.
Just name two.
But-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I do think we need a fire sale. I think we keep the big three. I think Russ is a core group for this member I don't want to get rid of.
Exactly.
But a guy that you guys probably aren't going to be happy about that I want to get moved is Rickard Raquel. I think his ceiling will never be higher as it is right now. He's already 31 years old, and he's got let's see.
He's leading the team in goals.
I'm aware. That's why I'm saying his value will never be higher than it is right now. And he really struggled last year. I mean, he was the guy that we were looking to move in the summer after he only scored 15 goals. And now he's got 23. He could potentially reach his career high, which is 34, which I think he will. But for a guy that's making $5 million plus, and he's having a career season, I think this is a guy you can get something really good for, a good package,
Yeah.
without having to retain salary. Because last summer, if we traded him, we would have had to retain salary. But now, I mean, he's a 30 goal plus guy this year. We can get
Yeah.
something good for him.
I think I don't know. My opinion's a little. I don't know. My opinion's a little different. I think we got to.
Keep him.
I like Raquel. I
Me
want to
too.
keep Raquel. I want to see
Same.
what he can do, and no big contracts. If we're gonna sign him for things, we need to make sure we take a slow step. I think we got to keep Raquel. I think Bunning's a guy we got to keep. Bunning we have to keep. I think Raquel we have to keep. Depending on how try to get more young guys in here. Try to keep
Yeah.
the young guys that we have or the fast-paced guys that we have. Rust. I like Rust. I want to keep him. He's fast, and he continues to be fast. I don't care if he's putting up numbers. We need a guy with a good forecheck, and that causes a lot of plays. What people don't realize is, he's not getting complete numbers. I'm thinking the forecheck is coming in. You watch him last night. You watch him the other night. I don't care what the result is. These opportunities, these grade A opportunities that we're getting are coming off the forecheck, and he was a huge part of that, and he's been doing that all year. So I think we got to keep a guy like Rust. I'm a little iffy on the big three, and I don't care. I don't know. I think
the
Obviously-
only guy in the big three that will move is Letang.
I'm
I-
kind of different. I don't know.
You want
I
Malkin
don't-
gone.
I know people dog on me for it, but I think Malkin's got to go. And
I don't think he's leaving.
No.
I don't think he's
'cause
leaving.
I don't
know.
think he's gonna go because I don't think anyone wants him.
It's his decision too, and he's not leaving.
Yeah.
He's not gonna leave. I just think better for the team. I think we got to keep Letang. Crosby's no, of course. Crosby's never gonna leave. But
Yeah, Frank Saravelli.
If he wants to leave, it's up to him, but he's not.
He's not
leave.
gonna.
No.
Leave. It's not. It's too. His moral, or what is the right word?
Too
Like-
loyal.
He's too loyal.
Yeah, he's
Loyalty.
way too loyal to this city, to this team, and he'd never do that because he knows the type of response that he'd get.
I know we don't want to get rid of these guys, but I mean the only guys that teams want is good players.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're in the
Yeah.
worst spot possible right now, and it's in the middle.
But
We're not bad enough to get a good draft pick. We're not good enough to make the playoffs. It's just a brutal spot to be in. And I think you got to make some moves that, the fans aren't going to be too thrilled about, but it must be done.
But I think one thing we can all agree on, then I'll stop yapping, is Eric Carlson's got to go for the amount of money that we're
Yes.
giving him.
This one I gotta be
Bye.
honest and say I really do believe.
Can you look
That
up how much
there's
money
a-
he's making?
No. There's
Was
a
it
very
Sam?
likely chance, in my opinion. I think it's more likely than people realize that Eric Carlson does get traded by the trade deadline.
Wow.
Yeah. Right now, when San Jose traded him, they retained $1,500,000, 1.5. So on the cap, he's making $10 million for us. But if we trade him, we're still have to retain money. for
Yeah,
his
yeah.
contract. And I mean, he's got 2 years left after this.
I think.
So you retain, I don't know, probably. I think you have to retain a lot of money at this point of the game. I mean, there's good teams don't have a lot of cap space.
Unless maybe Vegas decides to put someone on IR, and then we're like, hey, you want another defenseman? And then Vegas takes most of that salary because they're like, oh, we got space. This guy's on IR. And then it's playoff time, like, oh, he's healthy.
Yeah.
And Carlson's having a good year.
I think
He
that's
really
a great
is.
plan.
I
We
think
should-
he's really having a
I
bump.
don't think Raquel's gonna get traded.
I don't think
I
Raquel
get
would
like
I don't-
his,
trade
I
him.
get like his thing is high, but like I know the Penguins want to keep him. I know the Penguins like Raquel, so I just don't see the Penguins moving Raquel.
Got it.
At least
There you go.
this season, I don't see them moving him.
I mean, they can do it in the off season too, because he might have 40 goals by the end of this year. So
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I feel like that's
feel
more
like the
likely of an
Peng-
off season.
Yeah,
trade.
yeah.
But
I
The
think
only
we're gonna
people-
get rid of a lot of, I guess.
Well, we signed a lot of people to just one-year contracts.
I just don't know what our plan is. I don't know. What
I
it is.
honestly could see. Well, obviously we know Pedersen's more than likely going to be gone.
He's out. He's gone.
The
Big
two guys who I
reset.
think have like. Sorry, my mic is like weird. The other two people who I realistically see the Penguins like getting rid of, at least I don't know where on earth they go. Like Pedersen, we know he's gonna go like out, probably to Western Canada. Being honest.
Yeah, I agree.
But the only other two guys who I realistically see the Penguins like moving at the trade deadline this year, honestly, I hate to say it, Megan, I'm sorry, but I do think Rust.
No!
I don't know where he'd
I think
go.
it's
I don't
stupid.
know where
He's
he would
not
fit
moving.
in.
I don't
But-
think he's moving.
No, I think it's
they-
more
I
likely
think
than.
I think they see him as a core guy.
I'm pretty sure I
Because
saw.
he's already 30, 31.
I'm pretty sure
I
I
get
saw
that.
Yeah, I
like
think
a.
they could get a decent amount for him.
Well, I think I saw like a post regarding the fire sale, and I can't remember exactly who was said to be
Russ is not a
untouchable.
part of that. Yeah.
No, yeah, but I think Rust was one of the untouchable players.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't know. I still
don't see it.
I still think.
I think
there's a
Sid
chance
was
Rust
too,
can
and
get-
also Pickering, because
Yeah.
obviously he's still a
Pickering was
rookie.
on
He's
there.
young.
I think it's-
can't really move
I think
him
it's
right
just
now.
dumb.
We
I
got.
think
We,
that's
all
a
right.
stupid decision.
Let's look
to
at
do.
the UFAs for next year.
I was gonna say maybe we do that next episode, but let's do that right
Anthony Bolivier. I think he's getting dealt.
now. Sorry, Ryan.
I don't know. I don't. I can see them keeping him, but I can also see them moving him.
I just don't see a reason to keep him. I mean, he's got
Anthony
11 goals this year.
Bolivier.
I think he's had a good season with us, but I'm sure there's a contender out there that wouldn't mind having him in his
No.
bottom six.
Yeah.
Drew O'Connor, I think he's gone. He's having a down year,
Gonna
but
miss the dog.
I
I
wouldn't
think he's
be
gone.
opposed
Us-
to that.
Us
Oh,
doing this though it's another. I don't care. It's another. If we're doing as much as, I guess we're saying, and if we're doing as much as I guess the hype is coming around, then it is a rebuild. And
Who
I
else
mean,
do we got?
just
Jake?
because we're not getting rid of the big three, it's like
Matt
it is-
Nieto, I don't think anyone wants him. That's the issue.
I don't want him.
Dude, I don't want him.
Bye.
Pedersen, I think we all agree that he's. out of here.
Yeah, bye-bye, Penny.
That's a sad goodbye.
Grizzlick, I think he's out. He's 4th on the team in assists, though. That's
Kind of
ridiculous.
sucks. I saw Pedersen's first game as a Penguin.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I was there.
Grizzlick's been better, so
I think we can get.
knowing Dubas, I wouldn't be surprised if he re-signed Grizzlick. But
I mean, you can just find a guy
I-
like that in the offseason, though.
yeah, it'd be
I
nice
just-
to find a younger guy.
I just
like
want us
that.
to keep guys like Pavillier and Achari. I want them to stay. You know.
Is
I
Achari
think
a
it's,
UFA
I think it's
pick?
smart.
I think
No.
so. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, no, he was signed to a 3-year
Yeah,
deal.
it's
I think it's smart to keep these guys.
Unfortunately, we still have Ryan Graves.
not moving.
That's
him.
rough.
I just, as I mentioned, I just think we're in a bad spot right now, and I think we need to lean one way more than just being in the middle. So I think I'm leaning towards a rebuild.
Yeah, it's
But-
looking more and more like that.
But I mean, you look at like a team like the Blackhawks, a team that's like completely tore it down, like the Sabres or Red Wings. It's hard to get back
Mm-hmm.
to the playoffs. You can see with those teams. So when you take that chance for a full tear down rebuild, I mean that's very risky with the
It
with the
is.
especially with the market. I'm not saying if we were bad for 10 years we wouldn't survive, but like you got to look at it that way. You got to sell tickets.
I think if the Pirates are still here,
Yeah.
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, good point.
But man, it sucks. 'Cause, like, we all knew this was coming. Let's
Yeah.
be honest. We all knew this was coming.
Yeah.
It's just how it goes. It's the cycle.
We
You
just
know,
all-
like now
I
that we're
think-
You're
here, it
towards the bottom.
sucks.
You maybe draft, trade, sign well. You build up all like this great team. You win a Stanley Cup, and then eventually you're gonna decline, and then you gotta go through it all again.
Yeah.
Even
Trade, draft, sign, get back into the playoffs, get back to a top spot. Maybe not necessarily a top spot. You could be low wild card and miraculously win,
yeah.
but
I think the hope that Dubas and ownership has, and they made a commitment to Crosby, like before he retires, that this team will be good enough to be back in the playoffs. I mean, I don't know. Do you ever see us getting back in the playoffs with Crosby?
Not in the next 3 years.
I do.
How long do we have with him?
I think
We have
2
this
more
year,
years
next year, and then the year after that, right?
do
so
we?
2 years adding on to this year.
yeah.
Okay. So what is that?
Malkin's last year.
When me and
next
Nick
year.
graduate,
No, but that's 20. Yeah, so 27 is our
Mhm.
last year with
Yep.
Sid.
And next year could be our last year with Malkin if he decides to retire.
You know what? I don't think Malkin's gonna retire. Next
I don't
year. I think
know.
he'll sign a 1-year deal and
Yeah.
retire with Sid.
I don't know.
That
I think
is-
Sid will want to play longer. I don't
dude.
think
What
he'll-
if
I don't.
Wait, I just had a sad thought. What if our very last podcast is the Sid and Gino retirement
Wow.
podcast?
Oh, that'd be our very last podcast.
If they don't make the playoffs 2027 when their contracts expire, you and I are graduating.
Yeah, but that would
Jake's
be our
already-
very last podcast.
Well, it would be our very last podcast.
Oh, we're continuing this show after we graduate.
I think that's a discussion another time.
It's an awful discussion.
How did we get?
Oh, it's I'm doing it.
Sorry, guys. For everyone listening,
yeah.
the morale has been just absolutely shattered.
Should we
I think
move
it's
on to
because of me.
trivia?
I think it's because of me.
Dude, we need to change Lemudio. This is getting
Let's
depressing.
move on.
Alright.
Let's move on. To
Wait,
trivia.
can I
Time for
have-
trivia, everyone.
No, you're not adding anything. We're
It's,
moving
it's
on.
I think it's a
I will-
positive.
I will
Okay,
say this
if it's
though.
a
I think it's,
positive,
Fine.
then yeah.
I don't
Positive?
think we'll be a bottom tier team because we're getting future assets right now, and I think Crosby's going to teach these young guys, the right way to go about yourself and be NHLer. So I don't think we'll be at the bottom, but it could
Doesn't matter.
could be a while.
it's a tough toll to see about the
Yeah.
top, though.
Yeah.
I think it just sucks because we all grew up in this great time.
All
frame
we
for the
know is
Penguins.
winning. That's all we know.
Yeah.
Not even not even just like the Penguins, but like especially for like me, like back when the Pirates actually like made the playoffs, back when the Steelers were actually Super Bowl contenders, and even won a Super Bowl, and made another
Dude,
one but
it's
lost
kind
to
of
Aaron
rough for me because I only got into hockey during the 2016 season
Oh,
for the
wow.
first of the back-to-back cups.
Babe.
So I haven't really known darkness before that. This is rough.
Yeah.
I'm
I
Babe
think
Megan.
What? What are you guys talking about?
I think that
Okay, so me and Jake just came to a drastic conclusion with that statement by Megan.
What?
You're a bandwagon.
I'm not a bandwagon.
Fair weather.
Actually, hold on. Why are
I still
you
like
of
this
all
team. We
people
haven't made the
talking about
playoffs in 2 years,
bandwagons?
and I still cheer for this
Hold on.
team.
Megan, I'm sorry. Jake,
What?
why are you of all people talking about bandwagons, Mr. I
Yeah.
heart Yankees, I heart Penguins,
That's
I
just
heart
how I grew
Ohio
up.
State.
That's just how
Oh,
I grew
sorry,
up.
sorry, sorry. The Ohio State.
Listen,
That's
just
listen.
I
how-
heart the
I'm-
Raiders, who have now a fossil coaching their team.
All right, time out. Time out. Time out.
It was just a joke.
Zip.
You're from Pittsburgh.
True.
like,
But anyways, to prove my point, because I don't care.
I think you do.
I do care.
Yeah.
I don't care if you said I'm
Oh.
I'm just gonna prove my point now because I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Yeah, we can tell.
Yeah. I was there when we got knocked out in 2018 by the Capitals.
I thought
That
we were
was
trying
true.
to change the morale of this podcast.
We'll do it in 2 minutes.
That was 2018, though.
Yes,
What's
that
up?
was
I
You
2018.
grew
weren't
up
a
and I
fan
had
until
a
2016.
I
Did
grew
I
up and
come
I had a little
back?
penguin in my crib, so I've always
What?
I grew up and I had a little penguin in my crib.
They put on Penguins
Cute,
hockey
adorable.
games
We're
in my
talking about me
hospital
right
room
now.
When I was in the hospital for however many months after I was
Sorry,
born.
Megan.
Anyways, did I come back the next year for the 18-19 season to cheer the team on? Yes. Did I come back the year after and the year after? Yes.
I watched them lose against the Rangers and the Islanders for the first 12 years of my existence. Just
I
every
watched-
year in the playoffs.
I'm not a
I
bandwagon
mean, I watched
fan.
the
That
Penguins
is a
literally having a
false.
little line brawl with the
statement. I
was just
Islanders in
joking.
2011.
I remember that.
Dude, I literally remember watching that game and thinking, what is going on here?
All right, we've already
Brett
been talking
Johnson
for
and
almost
Ricky
like
Pietro
40 minutes,
going
and we
at
have
it.
not moved on to trivia. So let's get through quick trivia, quick NHL.
We can't promise it's gonna be quick.
Pass the
I
boards.
only have 6 questions.
Guys,
today.
this podcast is not ending.
Okay.
This podcast is never going to die.
Anyways, it's time for trivia.
Pass it down. Thank you, sir.
I have.
This is for you.
Oh, I didn't want
Wait.
this one.
Wait, no,
This
this
is
is
the-
mine. Ryan has the questions.
I
See
do
you,
have the
marker.
questions.
This is
Megan.
the dirty one. Yes.
My hope
Oh,
will
my-
never die.
All right. I have 22 points. Jake has
Oh.
13. Oh shoot! I've broke it.
Ryan is 13.
No, I think Jake has 13.
Ah,
Sorry, dog.
I made a
sorry.
typo.
I fell off last
I'm pretty
year.
sure Jake has 13. I'm pretty sure Ryan has 10, and Nick has 4. I
Right.
accidentally have Jake's name twice in the standings, so it's a mystery right now.
Welcome back, everybody, to Have a Shift Day. Today, we have a Sidney Crosby trivia,
Oh, okay.
Locked in.
the greatest hockey player of all time. And
Definitely
ladies and
didn't
gentlemen,
see that.
it's Sidney Crosby. So I only wrote
I
like
wrote
6
Sidney
questions down,
Crosby.
so hopefully you guys get these right.
Oh, okay.
The easy.
Starting off,
Let's see.
true or false?
Ah,
Son of a.
you suck.
Not
Sidney
accurate.
Crosby's first brand deal was Reebok. True or false?
You really are trying with the DZ impression there.
First,
It was his first deal.
first clothing brand deal or like
First brand deal.
just first ever brand?
True or false?
Watch, this is gonna be the week I lose.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
All right.
Okay.
Everyone right?
Yeah.
Now,
Let's show.
True. Yeah, that does say true. I was talking about my own.
false.
Ah,
Oh,
What was it?
When he was 16 years
it was
old,
false.
he had a deal with Gatorade.
Oh.
When he turned 17, it was Reebok.
You know
But-
this thing's dirty when you can still see what I just wrote.
Nice. Holy cow, I should have wrote more questions. Oh boy.
We all got it wrong. Maybe just don't start with true or false.
I would have felt like an idiot if I put false and it was true. So.
Sid's first point was an assist against what team and who scored the goal?
and who scored the goal?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Not even given options.
Do we get half points?
Honestly, yeah, sure.
I hope I have the team right, but I'm pretty sure I've got the player.
I'm
Okay.
the opposite. I'm pretty sure I have the team right, but I don't know if I have the player. I almost want to say it was.
I feel like this team's his first
I
goal.
don't think it
but-
was him, but I'm guessing.
Wait.
Here, I'm gonna put his full name because I don't know if Huddersfield.
I'm
I
just going with
changed it
this team.
up.
Show me your answers. So, wait a second. Full points.
Yes!
Full points.
Let's go.
And
Let's
no
go.
points.
No points.
It was not the Bruins
it
and
was-
Kobe
it was
Hart.
The
the
Devils
Devils?
and Mark Recchi.
Oh, he scored his first goal against the Bruins.
Eh.
Oh,
Do we get
that's
2
what I was
points or
thinking
1,
of.
Brian?
What?
Just 1 point?
1 point.
I was thinking it was first goal, not his first point. He scored his first goal against the Bruins, I think. Right? Yeah. He did something against the Bruins.
I don't know. Next question.
Sid ended up scoring his first goal 3
Oh.
days later. What team was it against? The Bruins, the Rangers, the Islanders, or Maple Leafs?
Thanks, Nick.
It was Bruins.
Ryan looked at me like a deer in headlights right after he finished that question.
Wow, what a freebie.
That was sick.
Ryan, I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
I had no
I was like, I'm
idea.
going to end up asking it anyways. Okay, so who's on to? Oh, dude, you guys have 2 points.
Because Nick just gave us a freebie.
I
Okay.
I knew it was that.
Oh, I don't want it to be done. Alrighty.
Did you know that, Megan?
I feel like I could have figured it out, but off the top of my head, no. So thank you.
I knew you did.
Okay, next question. So Sidney Crosby in his rookie year got lucky enough to play with Magnificent Mario a few times before health problems got in the way once again. Mario had to retire early into the season. How many games did Sid and Mario play together?
Are you going to give
Closest
us
answer
options?
wins, or
No. 26, 31, 40, or 56?
got the options again?
26, 31, 40, or 56?
Oh wait, I'm between two.
I'm just going to go with that. I don't know if it's right.
I'm gonna say this.
We
I got
all
the
ready?
answer.
You ready? The
Oh.
correct answer
I wrote it.
is A, 26.
Yes!
26.
Oh! Jake and I are tied.
So you got to keep that up, and then we'll Nick can continue playing too. Because what if you guys get it right?
No, Jake and I are tied at 3.
Oh, okay. So
Well.
Nick, you're out.
Nick's hosting next week.
Well, all right. I'm calling it a professional.
This is Sky Blue.
What?
This is Sky Blue. Nick's hosting next week. He's always hosting.
I'm calling it a professional.
So next question.
We know
Sid
I-
was a Canadians
okay.
fan growing up and actually went to a playoff game at the Bell Center as a kid. What team did the Canadians play in that game?
No idea.
Ottawa,
Oh my
Boston, Toronto, or Buffalo? Playoff
What
game at the
kind
Bell
of
Center.
question is this? But I'm still gonna guess.
I'm giving a calculated guess here.
Me too. All of them are kind of calculated.
Oh my gosh, I'm just so bad at Mike. I know that. Okay,
No,
show the
this-
answers. We do have a winner.
Oh no.
The answer is Buffalo.
Oh no.
The Sabres were a wagon back in like the 90s, so
Oh, that's a good guess. That's a good one. All right.
So that's good. I only had one more question left. That was good.
All right. So Jake got 3. I got 2. I don't have a pen on me, so this is just gonna be messy.
Next one was rough too.
what was the next one?
It was Sidney Crosby's rookie year reached a 100-point milestone and was an assist. It was a 3-point night, and he was also the youngest player to reach 100 points in his rookie year. Who scored the goal that
Good
gave him 100
Lord.
points?
Could you just tell us the
It was
answer?
Ryan Malone.
Yeah, I would not have.
Was
Yeah.
it against Toronto?
Yes, it was against Toronto.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you for joining us for trivia.
Nice.
All right. So we had some suspensions this week. They both came out of the same game. So it's time for a brand new installment of Suspension Theater. A special. gonna-
Suspension theater.
I was going to make an intro for that.
Okay.
A special installment of Suspension Theater.
Connor McDavid got suspended 3 games for cross-checking Connor Garland in the face. Over here we got Nick, Connor McDavid, we got Jenkins, Garland. Here we go, suspension theater.
Buddy, cut your nails, dog. Watch the chain.
Brings him up. Brings him up. Two-face. Boom. Tyler Myers got suspended 3 games for cross-checking Evan Bouchard right in the face. Jake is Tyler Myers. Nick is Evan Bouchard. Let's do it. That was suspension theater.
All right, so something else that happened in the NHL this week. The Sharks blew a 5-1 lead.
I had to text somebody. Text a professional.
Who are you texting?
Was it
Don't
Tracy?
worry about it.
Who wrote the J team?
Somebody else.
Who?
What the heck is JT
When-
Miller getting traded, bro?
When TF is JT Miller getting traded?
Okay,
No, dude, like that's a legit
so-
question. Though.
That's a good question.
yeah, I don't know much about the Sharks blowing 5-1 lead. Hopefully, that means we can beat them on Monday.
Yes.
But JT Miller,
Can I add something about the show?
what the heck?
They're like the worst team in the league, but like I think they have a very bright future.
They do.
Very.
Macklin, Celebrini,
More
Wilson
bright
will
than
be good
Chicago.
for them.
It's like because they're not ready to like win, so being this bad is good because they're gonna get like a top pick. So I mean they're doing a good job being bad.
They are.
Well, their stars are like getting better. So
Mhm.
Dude, in the next like 3 to 5 years, they're gonna be so
yeah, they're gonna
good.
be a wagon. Wagon.
But yeah, I wrote that because the Sharks played the Predators on a back-to-back, and both games were like absolutely insane. So basically, the first game, right, Sharks were up 5-1. They lost 7-5.
Oof.
The next game, which was last night, Nashville was up 3-1 and 4-2, and Nashville was up 5-2,
Oh boy.
and the Sharks came back and tied it at 5, and then Nashville won 6-5
Big
in
leads.
regulation.
Nick's gonna like this one. Toronto versus Montreal. Montreal was up 3-0 heading into the second period, and Toronto put up a 7 spot, 7 unanswered goals.
I don't know if you saw this.
Shout out over Shaka.
Yeah, Arbor Jacki
pointing
fought Reeves.
No, he didn't.
he
This
did?
is before he fought him.
Oh really?
Reeves tried to go after him, and Shaka literally goes and points at the scoreboard and is like, "I'm not fighting you," and literally in the middle of the play, pointed at the scoreboard like this.
That's crazy.
When it was 3-0, they ended up fighting, and the Leafs dropped 7 on them.
That's all
They
I
lose
needed.
7-3.
Took it personal.
Yeah, Reeves took it personally. So
Also,
A
a
good
seat,
took it
pal.
personal.
Take a
moment.
seat.
I don't know if this is on there, but I don't. Again, this kind of stuff aggravates me, and I don't want to bring it down to another low, but I think it's kind of funny. But also, it's like you're a captain, Brad Marchand. What are you doing? The guy literally, I forget who he comes up to.
Yeah,
so
what's the
forgive me.
drama with that
But
too? Like,
Did you see
why
where
is the NHL
Marchand
soap opera?
in the middle of a play? Marchand goes up at the bench. God, I don't.
oh, it
even
was
know.
Nick Cousins.
Nick
Yes, I know
Cousins
when he took his
goes-
glove off and just
took his glove off
And just
then
Darth Vader
grabs
just
Nick
grabbed
Cousins'
his neck.
right off the front and just squeezes it and brings him towards him and just starts cussing
Oh
at
my
him.
gosh, I
And
didn't
I'm like,
see
what
that.
are you doing? First of all, I don't care if you're trying to be funny. I don't care if you're trying to be like stupid. I don't care if you're serious. You are a captain of an NHL team and you're pulling stuff like that. If I am the Bruins head coach, you are sat. I don't care if you're the captain. I don't care if anything. You're done.
You really?
That is
This
so
literally
immature.
just came up
Let me-
3 minutes ago.
What does it say?
So immature.
Let me see.
What's it say?
I honestly kind of like it.
I hate it. He's a rat and he's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Nick, what does the post say? Is it just like a caption saying like, look what
Yeah.
Brad Marchand did?
It's just you're an idiot.
It's Steve
You're an
Dangle
absolute
saying, "Dude,
clown.
I don't like Cousins either, but what the heck?"
It's Brad
man?"
Marchand.
You're a clown,
Oh
and
my
you
gosh.
should not have the C on if you're doing things
Terrible.
like
They're
that.
terrible this
Captain.
year, so
They're
Speaking
still
of
fighting for a
terrible,
spot.
The Rangers.
They're
Oh,
back.
by the way,
They're
there was
kinda
no
bad.
penalty
They're
on the
back.
play.
yeah, the Rangers.
They're
are
6-0-1.
Yeah, it was just Igor came back. The Igor's
I
been
thought Igor was
insane.
kind of selling a little
No,
bit.
Igor got hurt. Then he came back from injury, and the Rangers are back.
Oof.
We thought Jake's prediction was a year early. I think we might be wrong, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Horribly.
they're really good.
what was I gonna say?
Up and down's crazy.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Brad Marchand. You would think he would have matured by now, like being
No.
35 in the league,
Yeah.
a veteran or something. I don't think he's.
I mean,
35.
that
He's
is
somewhere.
literally stuff that, like, you think about it. That stuff doesn't even happen in beer league. Like,
Yeah.
you see guys like
Like,
I'm in a beer league like with my dad, and you
as-
see some crazy stuff. That does not
I
happen.
didn't know that.
Yeah, my dad and I play beer league hockey, so shout out pops.
That's so nice.
It's fun.
Anyways, as I was gonna say, as much as I don't like him, Tom Wilson, he was an absolute dirty player before, always headshotting people at least twice every 5 business days. That's inaccurate, but you get my point.
No, that's accurate.
But then eventually, he just wasn't getting suspended anymore. And he got suspended once last season. I was like happy because I'm like, oh my gosh, we haven't had a Tom Wilson suspension in a while.
Shocker.
I know, it was a real shocker.
I
But
feel like-
it's a shocker because he finally like took a hint and was like, okay, he became a better player when he stopped being so dirty. And like Brad Marchand is a good player. He could probably be better if he wasn't trying to focus on getting under people's skin by licking their faces or grabbing their necks.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at those guys, they're all guys on really good teams. Like the Capitals are really good this year at Tom Wilson. I know the Bruins are struggling this year, but
Well, yeah,
they've been good for the last decade.
I'm not just saying like
I feel like
this year
Yeah.
specifically, but just over the course of, I think it really started after that 20-game
Yeah.
suspension in 2017. Like Wilson took a hint and was like, okay, I think I need to focus on a different aspect of my game, not so much being the dirty player. And he morphed into a better player,
yeah,
even though it's annoying.
Yeah, you look at that, like the Panthers were a pesky group, and they won the Stanley Cup. So I don't know. I just feel like you kind of need guys like that.
Can I add a little something that's completely off topic
Oh yeah, I
that
saw
I saw?
that too.
I don't. It's not in the game notes, but as of what does it say? The 24th.
Yeah.
So as of yesterday, Gary Bettman had a conference and said that he is
Ooh, I
going
saw
to
that.
retire in the next couple of years. So what is that?
Mhm.
2, 3? Don't really know.
Yeah.
I'm going for his job.
But yeah, he's
I mean,
he's
that's
going
to
to be
be
gone pretty
expected,
soon.
but
So
like,
he's 72.
I think it's big news that they're preparing for his retirement because he's the only commissioner this league has had.
Yeah.
So
What do you
We're
think about Gary Bettman?
he's okay.
Mid.
I don't
I think
really care
he's-
for Gary.
There's a lot of things he could
I
do
think
better.
he's
There's a lot of things
completely
that
missed marketing this league terribly.
Yeah. We need a marketing expert to come in, be commissioner.
You know what I
Hello.
like, and it's stupid. It's like brain rot. But you see teams like Utah and Seattle. They're doing some crazy stuff like on TikTok. And, like TikTok's back by the way, but TikTok, Instagram, they're doing a bunch of stuff like that. That's really bringing the younger audience in because kids
Mhm.
love that stuff. And you know you could tell that the younger demographic is not watching the sport as much as the older demographic is. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's really falling off. I mean, you look at the numbers or you just, talk in general. You talk to, I guess, 10, 15 years ago, you used to talk to people or and there'd be a bunch of kids watching the game. And not because they were really producing it, but there was nothing really to show on. There wasn't a TikTok. There wasn't any of that stuff. They were watching the game. Now that kids are so addicted to their phones and they have all that stuff, they need something on that phone that they're looking at freaking 15
Yeah.
hours a day that can bring them into the sport.
And people have such a short attention span today, and I feel like hockey's such a fast sport where it's like people aren't gonna get lazy of watching it. Where it's like baseball, it's like pitch and it's like 30-second delay, pitch, 30-second delay. It's a very slow sport. And hockey's got to take advantage of, there's a lot less commercial breaks in hockey, and just a lot faster play. So
Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, we can get into JT Miller in a second. Just 2 more things I want to note real quick. Claude Giroux got his car stolen on Wednesday. This is the second time in 5 months.
Poor
So-
guy.
Which
Nikki,
honestly, kind of surprising that it's happening in Ottawa and it was not happening like that in Philly.
Nikki, you gonna turn
but-
yourself in, or
Yeah, you expected. You would expect it
Yeah,
to
I would
happen in Philly.
expect it to be in Philly, but
Nah.
No.
I didn't.
Just keep
steal
it
his
under.
car.
Ottawa's a
on the down.
dangerous place, I guess. No one moved to Ottawa.
Yeah,
Um,
the capital.
and then, I had a typo this morning. The Utah might not become the Yeti
That's terrible.
because apparently the trademark got denied because
Terrible.
it's they
You know,
cited potential confusion with the water bottle brand
What?
Yeti.
You know what I thought?
We're not sponsored,
I
but
thought that wasn't a typo. I thought you seriously meant they're gonna be called the Utah Night. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
no, that was a typo. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's like
Like, come on.
the
Like,
trademarks are like, people might confuse it with the brand. I'm like,
that's not what they're going to confuse it
Okay.
as. You are going to have a big abominable snowman as your
Logo.
mascot. You're going to have a big old hairy white logo snowman guy. Like, it's going to, it's not going to be a water bottle.
get the
on.
abominable snowman from Rudolph.
Yeah, the Bumble would look great on a jersey. And I'm sorry, but it's not a water bottle. So get it right. Like, it's not hard.
It's the water bottles, it's the coolers. They're like, nah, you're gonna confuse me.
Like,
with
it's
that.
going to be like, oh, the Utah Yeti are playing tonight. I didn't know the
Okay.
water
Going
bottle.
off of that-
I gotta.
No, hold on. Going off of that,
They
though,
could be
quick.
sponsored.
Going off that quick, our
get,
trophy
like,
is
Yeti
really called
water
the
bottles?
Stanley Cup.
Well, that was first.
Okay.
Yeah, the Stanley Cup came before the
Okay,
stupid
it does trigger me
Stanleys.
though when I look up Stanley Cup and this comes up.
That's,
makes me
is
really
that a
mad.
Stanley?
Mhm.
It
yeah.
is a Stanley.
Yeah.
Why is it here?
What?
He had to bring the Stanley Cup.
I don't like Stanleys
the only-
because
I
they're
love
like,
Stanleys.
because people freak out. Oh my gosh, my Stanley Cup. I'm like, it's not the Stanley Cup.
If the Yeti are actually their name, there'll be 4 other NHL teams that don't end with an S in their name. What are the 4?
Oh,
I know.
easy.
The Wild, the Lightning, the Avalanche, and the Kraken.
Yeah.
What she said.
What?
I knew that.
That was way too quick for my brain.
There's 4 teams in the
Dude, I knew
NHL
that
that
live.
don't end with an S in their team name.
All of them do?
Yeah.
Leafs, Canadian. Whoa.
Whoa.
Cool.
You never thought about
Didn't
that?
No, I didn't
comprehend
know.
that.
Well, I know what
Penguins,
next week's quiz
Sabres,
is gonna be.
Rain. Dude, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
no, it's crazy.
That's wild.
You're just
Yeah, the
comprehending
Minnesota
that now.
Wild?
That's nice.
Thank you.
Okay,
That's
but
also a team that.
one
does
more
not
thing I
ask.
want to say about this. If you're citing
Look at
confusion
us.
between a team,
Look at us.
We're cooking, boys.
if you're citing confusion between a team and a
Okay.
brand, why do the trademark people, whoever's in charge of that, allow teams in different sports leagues to have the same names? Like, you've got the New York Rangers and the Texas Rangers. You've got the Winnipeg Jets and the New York Jets.
Wow.
Okay, I guess New York's a problem, apparently. But here's
That's a
one that's not
great
New York.
point.
We got the Florida Panthers and the Carolina Panthers.
That's so true.
There's
but you're going to
definitely more.
mistake a water bottle for a hockey team. I don't think I would personally, but there are some
Do you
people I
know
wouldn't be
how-
surprised.
Do you know how good of a jersey ad they could have?
It'd be awesome.
They could just have their logo, and they're like, "Oh, hey, Yeti Coolers, you want to sponsor us? We'll put you on our jersey. We already have our logo too." Like
You could have like the Yeti go here and then a big like abominable
Like, the Yeti, the
Or just have
Yeti
your logo,
logo.
The Yeti cup.
could be the secondary logo.
Let's just put a Yeti cup on the jersey and call it a day.
Yes. That on a jersey, that's my guy.
Yes.
That's going on a jersey.
Yes.
He
Did you
is
hear
the
what Nick said?
coolest
With the
guy
Yeti
ever.
cup.
Problem solved.
Okay, so JT Miller.
He's the cutest little guy.
JT
Cute.
Miller.
He's so cute. Tell me he's
JT
not
Miller.
I don't think he's cute, but he's so
JT
good.
Miller.
cute. You guys don't think he's cute?
We're still talking about the
I think
abominable
I think the
snowman.
abominable snowman, he kind of a vibe.
He's cute.
Him and Cornelius, they besties.
Is that
for
Tom
real.
Wilson?
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Oh.
Dang. That's terrible.
Yeah, Yukon Cornelius,
Yukon Cornelius is awesome.
he's the goat.
Yukon Cornelius could be a secondary mascot. There's Utah, Yukon.
Wow.
Yukon's a
Yukon's a
school.
territory in Canada.
Yukon's a school too. Oh no, we're gonna have more confusion.
Sorry guys, didn't mean to.
Utah's a mess. Okay, JT Miller. We're gonna get into that now,
See,
so we
if
can
they
get
were
to
called the
Bucks and Deep.
Storming Mormons, none of this would be a problem.
Okay.
I mean, you have
So
a Mormon,
JT Miller.
sick. Oh yeah.
Anyone want to say something? Or we
Terrible.
Yeah.
just-
When's he gonna get traded, dog? Cause
Never.
is he ever gonna get traded? Just trade him.
I didn't even know this was something going on. Is that
Really?
Yeah,
You haven't heard of him?
JT Miller trade
I
rumors
know
are
JT
like
Miller, but I just
all
didn't know.
the rage, Ryan.
they were getting really big in the past couple of days, and it
They
seemed
pulled.
like
They almost pulled him out of a game.
Oh yeah, 2 hours ago, Daily Face Off. Canucks JT Miller will remain number 1 on trade targets board until he's traded.
Exactly.
There's word of him going to the
Bruins
Devils.
excited. Canucks don't want to get rid of him now. Rangers would like JT Miller. Also the Canadians as well as the Islanders. And every team in the NHL.
See?
Every team in the NHL is interested in JT Miller.
He's probably gonna go to like the Canes. I feel like.
I
I feel
don't
like they
know.
always somehow pull
It's-
something.
Put him
out
on
of
the
a hat.
Wild.
He's on the second year of a 7-year
Ooh.
contract. He's got an
JT Miller in the Wild would work.
$8 million cap hit. But like this is a guy that's a monster out there. Like he'll get in your face. I know Sid hates playing against
Yeah,
him.
he's having a rough year though.
I mean,
which-
he's got 33 points in 37 games. I don't think
Mhm.
that's like awful, but
I think like he said like I'm
Yeah.
having a rough year
yeah.
or something. But apparently there was like word of drama between him and Elias Pettersson.
Yeah, they don't get along.
So that's why he's reportedly wanting, or they're reportedly wanting to trade him 2 years into a 7-year contract. So
He's already 31 though. So.
yeah.
And he had 100 points last year. Like this is a guy that
So this
this
is
is a
like
player.
this is what I think this is what we mean by like he's having a down year. He's having a rough year compared to last year, especially.
Yeah. But I mean, everything was going right for
Sorry.
Vancouver last year.
What about him?
I don't know why this video just made me laugh.
I can't see.
This is a
Oh, it's
jolly.
a dog.
This is
Oh, it's
jolly.
It froze.
Froze. Oh,
I see.
It's a doggy. So cute.
Jolly.
oh,
So
poor guy.
yeah,
Alrighty.
Okay, sorry. I just saw that and found it so funny.
we
Moving
need
along
some lighthearted stuff.
to Turtle.
Not to
Turtle,
Nick wrote turtle.
turtle, 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 turtle,
Okay,
turtle, turtle, turtle,
I'm gonna.
turtle.
Holy cow.
It's enough.
Do you guys not know where that's from?
Yeah, it's from
No.
the Turtles at Kennywood.
Thank you.
No idea.
Yeah, you
I've
don't.
been to Kennywood. I just don't know what the Turtles are.
What?
Have
The-
you never rode the Turtles?
No, I was always the what is it, the Haunted Mansion type guy. That was always my favorite.
I've
ride.
actually never ridden the Haunted Mansion,
looks
but the
fun.
Turtles
Never
are
rode the Turtle.
iconic.
Have
I-
you ridden the Phantom?
Yeah, that's a great ride. My
Dude, the
favorite
Phantom
my favorite
slaps.
coaster there is what is it, like Rocket one or something like that?
Oh,
It's like-
Skyrocket.
Skyrocket.
yeah.
Skyrocket's fun.
That's cool. It's quick and it's also like I like the littler coaster. Like
I
mean,
hated it
rode
the
that-
first time
I like the
went on
loops.
it.
I like the fast loop. I think that's
I
fun.
rode that in the rain once.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
They kept
geez.
it open, even though
Have
it was
you
like
guys-
lightning outside.
Have you
Oh
guys
my
ever been to
gosh.
It
Cedar
was so
Point?
fun.
Yes.
No, I haven't, dude.
Cedar
I
Point's
went
my
for my
favorite.
senior
Want
trip. It
to.
was so
Millennium
much
Force
fun.
and Maverick are my favorite.
I wish
I wanna
Cedar
go
Point
to
was
Cedar
less
Point.
crowded. or
Have a
less
shift
close.
day Kennywood trip. We should do that.
We wanted to do
Jake
it
doesn't
last
like
2 weeks.
roller coasters.
What?
You don't like roller coasters?
Not a big amusement park type of guy.
Well, there's a lot of stuff there that's not roller coasters.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
Turtles.
You know,
Dude,
the turtles.
like the
Or the-
freaking like the
Turtle,
canoe
turtle.
ride that used to be Garfield's nightmare. You know what I'm
Yes,
talking
yeah.
about?
Yeah,
Old
what is
Mill,
it
Old
now?
Mill. It's
Old Mill. What
back to Old
what
Mill.
a sad ride. Holy
Old Mill is
cow.
just like if you just want to.
We could also go on the Music Express.
No way we're talking about Old Mill on the Have a Shift Day podcast.
Old Mill is such like a vibe though. Like
That's
How
awesome.
big is Kennywood?
it's pretty big.
It's not.
I mean, it's not like massive, but like
When you go to Cedar
decent.
Point, Kennywood is.
you know what
child's
else
play.
is massive?
So let's do Pucks and Deep.
Turtle,
Turtle.
turtle, turtle, turtle.
Okay, so Ryan needs to ride the Turtles at Kennywood, and apparently Jake does too.
That'd be so fun.
We're
Go
taking
to,
you.
go to
Look at
Six
that.
Flags.
No, if we're going to a big one, let's go Cedar Point.
Yeah. So you're not an
You guys
amusement
wanna
park
go to-
guy, but you want to go to a big amusement park.
I just Six Flags was back in the day for me.
Oh my god.
Buddy, it's like Kennywood. Trust me. You get one bite of them potato patch fries.
Oh my gosh,
boy.
yeah.
This guy seen that potato patch fries.
We just need to take
Have you?
Jake to Kennywood.
This looks like the jack.
How
No, not
far
the
is it from
jackrabbit.
here?
What's
The kangaroo?
the kangaroo? It looks like the kangaroo.
It's not.
How
I mean,
far is
No.
Kennywood
it is,
from
but
here?
Kennywood's not far.
Kennywood's not like 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Maybe a little more, because sometimes the traffic can be a little
True.
rough.
Well, like without traffic, you can get that. in
30 minutes with traffic.
30
I'd say
minutes
20 to
with traffic.
30. We'll look it up in a bit. Okay, so Pucks and Deep. It's time for Pucks and Deep. The Penguins are on a 7th-game road trip, as we know, and they've been releasing some clips from some plane activities. Like, the younger guys are playing Mario Kart. More specifically, Owen Pickering's getting crushed in Mario Kart on the Switch.
Bum.
Bunting, Ned, Rust, I can't remember who the fourth one is. They're playing cards. So I thought it'd be fun to ask, when taking a plane ride, what is your go-to plane activity to pass the time? What? There's options. You could just nap. You could just listen to music, read, watch a movie, watch a TV
I've only
show.
been on one plane, and it's not like a travel plane.
Okay, well,
Do
if
want
you
me to
were
say
to
it, or
like,
do you want to say it?
if
I'm
you
not
were to
saying
take
it.
a
I'll
long
say it.
trip and you wanted to pass the time, what do you think you would do?
If I was taking a long trip and passing the time? I do watch a lot of YouTube, but I think for some reason, like long trips, I feel like I have to either watch like a movie or like a show, because not like I don't mind road trips, but if I'm sitting there and not driving, I feel like every show that I watch, like if it's an hour-long show or half-an-hour show, I know when that show's over. I know what time has passed, and it goes by quick.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'll do that, but I haven't yet, but I thought about bringing my Switch on a few trips. So I think that'd be fun.
You should bring your Switch so we could play Mario Kart.
I need to get Mario Kart. I don't even have it.
Ah.
I have a lot of different games, but
So sad.
well, yeah, we can all play Mario Kart one of these days. So
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys still thinking, or do you
let me see.
or do you want me to answer?
Megan, you can
Wait,
go
that's-
first.
I'm going
cow.
second. Ryan already went.
I went, yeah, so it was fun.
Yeah, if I'm on a plane, I'm either watching a movie or sleeping, or I feel like, or probably reading too. But
No, but let us know. Let us know in the comments if you guys are watching right now. Let us know in the comments. I want to know what you guys are doing on a plane or a long trip, because
at least,
I need some ideas.
yeah, at least
obviously.
on the last plane ride I took, I was mostly watching movies and sleeping. I didn't really read too much on the plane.
Right.
But
I think Nick's got a
I'm
good
taking a short trip next month, so maybe I'll read
What
then.
book are you reading
What book am I reading right now?
right now?
Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay. She's getting ideas.
I just finished.
No, I'm not.
I just finished the Crosby audiobook. It was awesome.
oh, I listened to that when it
Record-
first came out. It was
so
sick.
awesome.
Yeah, it was
dude.
sick.
All right. What about you two?
Dude, I'd probably like, I don't know, what have I? Depends on when the flight is, 'cause like, if it's during like the day, like.
Oh yeah.
If it's during like the day, you gotta like, watch like movies, listen to some music, eat some food. If it's like during the night, like, I'm slumped, bro. I'm going to take a nap. Will I sleep for the night? That's just me though.
So he's sleeping. So we got two people who are sleeping.
Yeah.
All right.
We got a few
Jake?
people watching movies.
What am I doing on the plane?
I don't know, Jake. You ride a plane. What
I
do you
do
do
a-
back to
To go home.
when
Yeah,
you
I
go
did
back
go
to
home.
Chicago?
I listen to that song when I land.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I got this city skyline. It's pretty sick. Yeah, I listen to music. I listen to a podcast. Take a nap.
To our podcast?
Nah.
Okay. The
Well-
Frank Sravali, the Daily Face Off podcast?
No, I listen to like Lockdown Penguins. I listen to that one.
I do listen to that one.
That's a good one. Spittin' Chicklets. Maybe like a football podcast. I'm a big podcast guy, so yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
I hope you be. 'cause
That's a
you
pretty
are
boring
one.
answer, but
That's okay.
That's
Not boring.
reality. It's reality.
That's what it is.
No, it's different than most of us. Like a lot of us just said watch movies and stuff.
Yeah, I
so-
mean, I think that's the obvious answer.
I'll
but-
text my mom and dad. I'm taking off. Just landed. Pick me up.
All right.
That's
well, hopefully
Wait,
next
I got
time.
a question for you.
Oh no.
How many times do you listen to Homecoming on your way back?
Oh, it slaps, bro. That absolutely, like when I'm walking to get to the car, and I walk through the airport. I'm coming home again, coming home again. You say Saw City,
Anyways,
Shaw City. I miss
Shout
you.
out.
I miss you, Chicago.
well, that's all we have for this week. Hopefully, when we come back next week, we will have 3 wins to talk about. But
Turtle,
turtle.
Tom
turtle,
baby.
turtle.
Popcorn
Anyways.
lemonade here.
Thanks.
Turtle. Peanuts, Cracker Jack here.
Thanks to the Media Hub for
Thank you.
letting us use the space.
Thank you very much.
The door was stuck when we got here, and apparently I can't open it.
It's okay.
Make sure you follow us on social media at haveashift.a, haveashift_a, haveashift.a on Instagram, haveashift_a on X. I missed that part. Subscribe to Inside the Ring. Subscribe to Have a Shift Day on YouTube. Always comp the merch. And thanks for watching.
Wait, I got a
Oh,
question for
oh,
the
oh.
viewers.
Oh,
Is there
no.
anything you want us to add to the show, or like
Oh.
any segments you would like to add? Because we'd be more than thrilled to do that and keep you guys happy. So we appreciate you guys listening. Just more fan engagement would
Thank
be
you for
would be awesome.
listening. We love you.
we love
I
the-
apologize for saying "oh no" before that question.
Yeah.
They just have a bad track record. So, good question, Jake.
Wow.
No, but yeah,
Things like
comment.
that.
Please comment down below. We were responding to every single comment. So
Please.
we love the comments.
I'm listening to
love
Angela's
comment.
class.
I love
I'm
comment.
locked in.
Awesome. Well, thanks,
And-
guys.
Thank
And
you.
just
Thank
remember,
you.
We will see you in the next one.